Good morning, everyone. My name is Tajuddin. Today, my group is talk about the 5 GMO myths. In the start, I just gave some introduction and the 5 myths, and rest of the slides will be discussed by the Samar, Sher, and Snow. In the beginning, what is the GMOs? GMO stands for genetic modification organism. Some people also call genetic engineering. GMO is the technology for altering the genetic modification. We can also say the DNA for living organism. GMOs have some potentially negative effects and some positive effects. That is why it depends on some organism characteristics, depend on some different situations. This is because different organisms have different characteristics. For the reason, some people have evaluation GMOs in different way, and some other countries evaluation the GMOs in different way, in the way of the different cultures. There are 2 different views people are thinking about the GMOs. Number 1, they think about it's not good for health because it's altering with the nature and it's stopped and banned. But another, some people are believe that it is good and it is well for our people. So today I am plus of 5 GMOs of methods. This is important in our life. GMO feeds more people. By the end of the 2050, the population of this world will be increased by 9 billion. It means more mouth, more feed. According to agribusiness, say that the GMO modification answer the global modification. Another report says that the GMO products are not good and not produce great yield. One more report said this: the GMO products are the initially good for the initial effects of the foods. This research shows that the GMOs goods are not good for human being and not potentially for effect for the human body. The text of this slide will be presented by the Sher.
Hello, I'm Sher. I'm going to talk about the GMO reduced pesticide use. The GMO company has big promise. They said they use less the pesticide into the plants and into our lands. Do you agree?
Yeah.
Yeah. And do you know how it worked out? No. Okay, and let's go on. We have a new report. The report says that the report is of the organized center. It says that the GMO it haven't used less of the pesticide. They use more. They have do a test. They compare 13 years ago and now. They have a result. It says that of the pesticides, the GMO used 383 million pounds of the pesticide into the plants and in the USA. Okay, let us to see this picture. This picture, we can see the line is increasing. And then this line, the first one is about the corn, and the second one is the soybeans, and the last one is the cotton. This picture shows that the GMO use more the pesticide. Okay, we see another picture. You can see this picture. This is about the herbicide, the tolerant corns. There are about 19% of the soybeans and most of the cotton grows in the country are the herbicide tolerant corns. It says that they use more pesticides. So for the GMO reduced pesticide use is the basket. Any question? No. Okay. Let's go on. And I'm going to talk about the health problem. Some people said the GMO is good for our health, but some people disagree. But now we know we eat a lot of food. Some is GMO food, some is not the GMO food. So we can't say that GMO is bad for our health or good for our health. So some scientists, they do some tests. They do the test on the little mouse. They just feed the mouse, only use the GMO foods. But after that, they have get the result. The mouse have some problem. The first one is the immune system dysfunction, and the second one is the liver failure, and the third one is the mouse failure, and the last one, some mouse have the cancer. So if we said that there are no evidence of the health problem of the GMO, that's the busted truth. That's all. Move on. Thank you.
Okay, next. My name is No, and then the next is the genetic engineering is eco-consumed breeding. In fact, it's very different between genetic engineering and traditional breeding economics. Traditionally, a plant brand try to exchange gene between two plants to produce offspring that have disease traits. It's done by transfer the male of one plant to the female organ of the others. This causes breeding. However, it's limited to exchange between the same or very closely reduced supplies. Next, the GMO technology enable plants brandings to bring together in one plant useful gene from a wide range of carcinogen crops. It's powerful to allow plants of carcinogen crops. It's powerful to allow plants breed to do faster that they have been doing for years. That is genetic engineering. So it's incorrect. Next, the GMOs shouldn't be labeled for some reasons. GMO label was in this tactic to give closer of the free to choose between GMO and conservation produce. In fact, if a foodstuff is produced using genetic engineering, this must be depicted on this label. That's wrong.
Well, we know GMO food almost everywhere. So what can we do if you don't want to be deceived? And what did you do? And so the first one, I list for you. The first one is educate yourself. GMO, like the basics. For example, this website, the organic and non-GMO report website, is a good start to educate yourself. And you can find some of the good information on it, such as the GMO health risks and GMO environment risks, or even the organic farming. So what's next? great food levels. If 90% of soybeans are GMO soy, so that means some of you think is really health, the food is actually is not really health, like the soy milk or tofu. So you have to rate food levels and let you know what you eat in this food. So that's really important. The last one is become the soy advocate. The soil is really important for in our life. So become a soil advocate. It lets you to be environment friendly people and save our earth beautifully. Let's return to the beginning. Why we need the GMO food? Because the government believe we cannot feed almost 9 million of people mouths. So maybe we can do some little bit change and to make our life is more comfortable and so reduce some GMO food. The first one is smart use of the fertilizer. The fertilizer is almost used in the poor soil. It's make the grass that grow like the trees or some food that grow out good. And if we smart use of the fertilizer, we will increase in calories the 30% of availability. So what's the next? Next is elimination food basis biofuels. We both think the biofuels is a new energy in our life. It's because it's we can just use some food basis to create more energy. It's help our to continue maybe technology or the others. But actually, they will spend our 8% of the food to create the new energy. We think we can think more the new energy for maybe support us. So the next one is the food waste. We both know the food waste is a big area for help our save the food. But the food waste is not only at home, in the supermarket, in the fields. We only have a lot of waste in there. So if we save that, it will help us increase 33% availability. So at the end, the last one is the cutting global meat consumption in half. Now we both need to thank of some people which vegetarian because they don't eat any meat. Actually, the 10 calories the food feed the animals that will create the only one created the meat for us. So if you reduce eat a little bit meat, it will save the more food for some people. At the end, we are not only thanks to your listening, we hope we could do more better for our future, for our life. Thank you.